President, before I make my remarks, I want to just express my appreciation to Senator Grassley for his obviously passionate and compassionate remarks about a story and a man that's captured America. And as Senator Grassley knows, I have the privilege of visiting Iowa once or twice a year and have dear friends there. And I know how strong the people of Iowa are. And I just want to tell Senator Grassley that his remarks, his compassion, and his passion are both appreciated, I'm sure, not by the family and all Iowans, but all of us in America as we share in the tragedy of the loss of a great man. And I commend him on his remarks. Mr. President, I rise for just a minute to talk about a gentleman that resides in my state, a man I have known for 40 years, and a man I never in a million years thought I'd stand on the floor of the United States Senate and brag about. But today I did something I've never done. I voted on the internet for the National Radio Hall of Fame nominees for 2009 for a gentleman by the name of Neal Boortz. Neal Boortz is a daytime talk show host in the city of Atlanta. Started in radio with Ring Radio in 1969, a little old 1,000-watt station in Brookhaven, Georgia. And now he's one of the leading talk show hosts in terms of audience in the United States of America. He is syndicated on 230 different stations, has an audience of 5 million people, and calls himself the high priest of the Church of the Painful Truth. And I have to rise and tell you, as a politician that has been both the victim and the beneficiary of any number of Neal's diatribes, he is exactly that. He's a man of the painful truth. He can find the facts in any issue. He can get to the core of the issue, and he can move communities to do good things and do the right thing. I was delighted to hear that the National Radio Foundation has nominated him for this award, and I want to say today I voted for him because I sincerely hope he gets the recognition for 3 reasons. One is, while he is not always right, he is seldom in doubt, and his passion for what he believes rubs off, and I think that's important. Secondly, he loves to be challenged, unlike so many that you hear on the radio who want you to believe it's their way or the highway. He loves to share his own ideas. He's published 3 books. The first one, The Painful Truth About Liberals, is on its 6th publishing. The Fair Tax book, which he co-wrote with a Georgia Congressman, John Linder, has been on the New York Times bestseller list for a long period of time. And right now, his most recent book, and that is Somebody's Got to Say It, which he oftentimes does, is in its 2nd printing and number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list. But the best part of Neal Boortz is not the thousands he's influenced over 40 years on the radio, his humor and his passion. It's not his longevity. It's the fact that he always gives back to his community and to his state. Just one shining example is his wife, Donna, who, by the way, prides herself in saying she has never listened to 1 minute of Neal's radio show. But Neal donated the proceeds of his book sales to Donna for the establishment of a foundation, which she uses that money to help those less fortunate, those in need, and those on the cusp of doing great things who need a little encouragement and a little capitalization. So as all of us have our opinions from time to time about talk radio or journalism or commentaries or those who may sometimes accuse us and sometimes praise us as politicians, I'm delighted to stand on the floor of the Senate and praise a man from my state who for 40 years has given the best he has, who fights for what he believes in but accepts being challenged, but who always tries to say and do the right thing for America and the right thing for our community. And it's my sincere hope when the voting ends on October 1st that millions of Americans will have gone to the poll on the internet, radiohof.org, and cast their vote for Neal Boortz. And I yield back and suggest the absence of a quorum.
Mr.